From the future home of Super Bowl 56, there's a look at SoFi Stadium just south of downtown Los Angeles. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Los Angeles Chargers. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They go play action here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete to open things up. Well, this defense for the Chargers, much improved from Week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their... First win of the season.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
Here's 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
The play fake. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. A little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead.
And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask. So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing. But they watch the film as well, so they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, pumped out, and picked up by the Chargers. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. After all of the turnover woes that they had last week, another turnover on the first drive of the game.
And when you dive into the analytics of football, it's real simple. If you're down in turnover margin, you're not going to win very many football games. The best teams always rank in the upper part of the league in terms of turnover margin.
And last week's number for them was 5 turnovers. And as you saw, another one there. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's the 2nd and 7. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Hands it off out of the gun. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg, but how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Second down and 3. Back to throw here. Flushed out right. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage. Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule.
He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down. An extra quarterback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And the Chargers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
2nd and 9 now. And he's got his man in stride, complete. It'll be a gain of just a yard. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Three 0 after one on EA Sports. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Going to give this time to the tailback. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That's taken in by the tight end, McKinney. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now here's a handoff out of the gun. Space to run past the 20. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Looking to throw. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Tyree Gillespie. And the Raiders are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And some room to maneuver. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And this one will be brought back to the 22. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run?
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That one brought back a few nightmares because when a quarterback gets outside of the pocket, your job as a defensive back, make sure you stay as deep as the deepest receiver and not let anyone leak behind you for a big play.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the 2 teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 2nd and 11. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw here. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
I don't know about you, but I wanted to reach out of the booth and snatch that pass myself. That thing floated forever up there. I think that threw off the timing of the receiver. That's why he couldn't get his feet down even though he caught the ball.
You know, Charles, I would have liked to have seen that.
Yeah, me too.
For you. I wanted to see you reach out and catch that.
Yeah, you've heard about my hands, huh?
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47.
He had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short, definitely was a great time to dial one up.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a throw here to his running back. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. 2nd and 6. Looking left side, and it's complete. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now a play fake here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 15-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And this one is right through. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Hands it off out of the gun. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So on the big tight end, hold it.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he powers his way up past the 30. Now they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Max Crosby able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. So it's third and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Back to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. And the defense coming through on third down, a loss of 7 to bring up fourth. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, first and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. The drive starts with a completion left side. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And he will find his man Ruggs. Touchdown Raiders. Henry Ruggs, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 2nd and 3. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got room. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big gain that time for the Chargers.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 45 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Now back to throw. Flush to his right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A big gain that time for the Chargers. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Trey McKinney, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers are able to make this a close game again. Brandon Staley telling his troops to stay out there and go for 2. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Popular down near the goal line. Quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was. One of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2nd and 4. They'll drop to throw. He'll buy some time right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And that's a nice throw right there. And I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator that showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays under that type of duress. That's an example of what we're seeing the colleges deliver to the NFL.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Well, a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Kenneth Murray in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. He'll drop to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Joey Bosa in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. The Raiders on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 19. They'll set up to throw. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that'll be incomplete. They took their shot, but the coverage up to the task, and it forces a 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty. The Charger drive about to get going. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. Well, that gives him a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or 2. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second. And here comes throw number one for the backup QB. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Completes this out left to Ruggs. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Tyree Gillespie. But here in the 4th quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages. But not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense, 1st and 10. They'll go option to the short side. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. it looks like he'll throw here. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are right back in this football game. The Charger drive about to get going. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Max Crosby in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Raiders will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up second and 10. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Raiders try it on fourth down, but to no avail. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So now on comes the field goal unit. And, wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt.